All right. Hey, my name is Darren, aka D Nice Trucking or D Nice, and this is my first go around with the YouTube videos for truckers and that type of thing. I've done a lot of other things before that as far as videos concerned, as far as uplifting people, or I run several different businesses, so I've done some YouTube videos for businesses. But I'm going to try this thing with YouTube and the trucking. I see them all over the place. A number of people are having great success with their videos on YouTube, giving great information. I follow a bunch of different people out there, and I'm going to give it a try myself. And the reason why I'm going to give it a try is that I just started. I'm starting with Landstar. As you see, the name of this video is Landstar Orientation. And I'm in the hotel. As you can see behind me, I'm in a hotel here in St. Augustine, Florida. And I'm going to be doing my orientation. And what I want to do is just show you what it's all about, show you what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and give you just a step-by-step on what the orientation process is like with Landstar. Now, I'll give you a little bit of background and how I got up to this point. It's Sunday now. The orientation is Monday and Tuesday, and then we go from there. But I'll give you a little background. I'm a retired cop. I was a sergeant, patrolman, sergeant, detective for a long time, and then I was a lieutenant in Connecticut. And now I'm planning on doing this. I retired. I went into real estate for a little while and made a bunch of money, and then buying and selling property and that type of thing. Then ended up losing it in 2008 when we had to crash. So I decided to start a trucking company. Now, I've only been doing trucking for 2 years. My last company, which I just left last week, was Great Wide. Not a bad company. I ended up with an agent in Great Wide, or with Great Wide, who they dispatch you, and I wanted to take more control of my business. Like I said, I've been in business before. I want to take a little bit more control of my business, and that means I wanted to dispatch myself and kind of run where I wanted to go and that type of thing. So I'm still new at this game, but I decided to come over here to Landstar. Now, you got a little bit of history of where I've been and how I got up to this point. So now I'm here with Landstar, and it's a daunting process to come on to Landstar. The application process is pretty long. You've probably seen that if you watched any other person's video on Landstar. It's a long process. It can take 30, 45 days to get on with this company. I tried to minimize that as much as possible by working with Great Wide right up until the end, and then leaving there, de-leasing with them, and then leasing on to Landstar. But it still is taking a few weeks. So you got to be prepared, and that's one of the reasons why I want to talk to you today, is to let you know you got to be prepared. You got to have money in the bank. If you have a truck note, you got to be prepared to pay that truck note or put a deposit down. Give them a deposit, whoever you got your truck with. I got my truck through Snyder Financing. I have a big truck note. Yes, I have a big truck note. But they made me put a little deposit down. They wanted $3,000. I ended up putting $1,500 down. But you got to be willing to, or you got to have the funds to put that deposit down, and I happen to have it. So I got $1,500 in there, but I'm going to have them use a part of that because, it's been a few weeks, and I just can't have, I don't want all the money that I've saved up so far to just be paying a truck note without any money coming in. So that's where I am. So make sure that you have the funds available before you make the switch over here at Landstar, because it's probably going to be a month or so of you not, at least several weeks where you're not making any money, and no money's coming in and money's still going out if you have a truck note and that type of thing. You got to have a good truck. They go through their inspection process, and it's not just a regular inspection process, it's a Landstar inspection process. I did mine at a TA somewhere, I can't remember where it was, but they got their own form. They're going through their own thing, and they will decline you if you have something wrong with your truck. You have to get that fixed before they'll pass you. So they're kind of strict in that sense. You also have to go through the drug test. That was simple. There was no problem there. And if you're 90 days outside of your medical, like which means that if you got to take your medical exam within 90 days, they're going to make you retake a medical. So I had to do that. They do an extensive background check. So if you got anything going on, just be honest with them and tell them what's going on. If you have any history of accidents or so forth, because they're going to find out. They do an extensive criminal background. So all of that stuff is checked out. That's why it takes so long. And then they have to, from my understanding, they have to wait for the companies that you worked for prior to get back to them and let them know what your status is. And sometimes those companies will drag their feet, and it can take a long time that way. So, just be prepared to take, to have this take a month or so. But with that said, then once you get the process and everything's a go, all of a sudden you're getting a load of information. I got about 8 to 10 emails in a row, where the orientation is, what you got to do, what you got to bring. They send you a packet in the mail. They send you your labels for the outside of your truck. They also send you your plate, and all of your permits and your registration and your IFTA ticket, IFTA stickers. You get all of that overnighted to you, and you bring all of that to you with the, when you're coming to orientation. They also give you access to the apps that you're going to need to put on your phone. I downloaded all of that, and I kind of figured out how to put in, the information needed in order to access that stuff. So I got mine up and running and got a chance to play around with the load board and that type of thing, and this Maximizer program that they have, which seems to be incredible. We'll find out more about it tomorrow or Tuesday, but it seems to be incredible because what it looks like you can do is put a location in. Let's say you're in Connecticut, and I'm in Milford, Connecticut. I put Milford, Connecticut in, and I tell them how many days I want to go out, and this thing will go and find all of the loads that needed to get you out and back. Do a little triangle for you, and then you just pick the one that you want and then make the calls to the agents and set it all up. So that's pretty good. And I saw some pretty good runs out there that'll net me the money that I'm looking to make out there pretty easily. And if it's that easy, which I don't believe it will be, but if it's that easy, it's gonna be good. One of them I found that it gave me the gross amount that I want. And instead of 7 days, it did it in 5 days, which means I can take, a couple of days off in that week. And if I can do that every week, we're looking pretty good. We're looking at exactly what I want to do with this company. So I'm excited. I'm excited about being with Landstar. People have been here 20, 30 years. There's people that got their own fleets here, which is what I plan on doing, getting another couple of trucks, probably up to 5 trucks. Which will net me enough money where I don't have to drive. I can have drivers out there and just be a fleet manager. But that's in the future. And plus, I have my other businesses, which I'm going to talk to you about eventually somewhere down the line, and have you get an understanding of what I use the trucking business for. Because I don't just use the trucking business to make money as a trucker. I use the money in order to establish what I need, the funds I need for other businesses. And that's, you want multiple streams of income, and you got to be thinking about that all the time, because you can't be out there driving all the time. I'm getting up there in age, and I don't want to be out there all the time, but I want to make sure I have income coming in all the time. So, we'll talk about that as we build up this channel. And one thing I'd like you to do is subscribe. I didn't say that in the beginning, but subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the little bell. That's the notification bell. That'll let you know when I create another video. So let's talk a little bit about the orientation. The orientation is 2 days, Monday and Tuesday. Okay, so Monday, I believe it's all safety, and I'll go through it tomorrow. I'll make another video and let you know what that's all about. And then Tuesday, you get into the business aspect of it, the load board and the Maximizer, and how to run your business effectively. Because one thing I'm finding out with everybody I talk to at Landstar, and everybody else that I talk to at companies, everything that say Landstar is a good business, good place to take your business, is that they really care about the driver and they want you to be successful. And it makes sense, because if you're successful, then they're successful. And if they have good drivers out there dealing with the companies that they're dealing with, the shippers and receivers out there, and they got a good reputation out there, it makes everybody successful. So that's the kind of company I want to work for. I can go out and get my own authority and do that, and I may do that at some point. I think I still need a little bit more experience in the trucking game. Business I'm pretty good with, but the trucking business, I need more experience there. So I wouldn't even go out and get my own authority right now, but I may never do it. If I get the right numbers here at Landstar, then there's no reason for me to go out there and try to do something else. Okay, so Tuesday, I guess I'm on Tuesday. Tuesday, we're going to do the business part of the business, the trucking business, and get that all taken care of. But the problem I'm beginning to see, and I heard about this through other Landstar drivers and owner operators, is that getting your trailer can be a problem in the beginning. And according to the email that they sent me, it can take 1 to 3 business days in order to get your trailer. So, we could be sitting around here for another 3 days without making any money waiting for a trailer. The good thing is that it appears, based on an email communication I had with somebody at Landstar, one of the corporate people at Landstar, is that it appears that they're going to put me up in the hotel until I get the trailer, until we get that situated. So at least I don't have to spend any more money with the hotel. So I just wanted to, again, my name is Darren Spain, D Nice Trucking, and I just wanted to share my experience here at Landstar with the orientation process. I'm in an okay hotel. It's not as good as the hotel I was in when I was in Orlando a few days ago. Been there for a week with my truck being down in the shop. But I came over here. It's a smaller, days in, but it's quaint enough. It's all right, and it'll be good for the next 2, 3, 4 days. But I'm anxious. I'm anxious to get out there and start rolling with Landstar, see what this thing is all about, and start booking my own loads and communicating with agents and talking to them, and establishing a good business relationship with different brokers and agents out there, and really making this thing happen. So if you're interested in it, leave a comment in the comment section below, and let's strike up a conversation and find out if you're interested in finding out more about what I'm doing. Subscribe, look at the videos, and contact me through the communications, and I'll help you out. Okay? So that's it. Right now, this is just an introduction. I'll be getting into more different things. One of the things I'm going to get into is uplifting you. I love doing that and getting you in a positive mindset, because that's the most important thing in life, is to have a positive mindset. If you have a positive mindset, you can do anything in life. And that's what we're going to be talking about on this channel. So if you want to get uplifted, this is the channel to be on, because I'm going to do my darndest to uplift you. But with that said, that's it. I'm going to talk to you within the next day or so. The next video will probably come out tomorrow night sometime, and tell you what happened, during the orientation the first day. All right, that's it. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.